Hi, this is Trey Paxter. Welcome to my review of The Girl on the Train. Uh, I went to see it today after work. It's my ticket stub. You can see that or not, but that's it. Girl on the Train, starring Emily Blunt, Haley Bennett, Rebecca Ferguson, Justin Theroux, Luke Evans, Edgar Ramirez, Laura Prepon, and Allison Janney. And this is basically the story. If you've seen the trailer, you know the basic story is it's about Emily Blunt's character, Rachel. She's a divorced woman who's an alcoholic and who had a bitter breakup, and she's divorced from her husband, of course, and her husband has since moved on and remarried and had a kid, and she's very bitter about this, and she's become an alcoholic, and the only kind of joy she gets out of life is when she goes to and from work and she's on a train, hence the title of the film, Girl on a Train, when she sees, she's going by and she sees these houses, as she's going to work and coming back, and this is one couple there that she sees, uh, Megan and Scott, played by Luke Evans and Haley Bennett, and that's the only kind of enjoyment she basically sees them living the life that she should be living. If she wasn't divorced, she would be living. They're a young couple in love and seemingly in love, and they're having the life that she wants. Okay, and she had a very bitter divorce, and she's become an alcoholic, and this is the only joy she gets. Imagining this couple, this young couple, is living the life that she wants to live. Okay, and of course, into this mix, like I said, if you see the trailer, uh, this woman, Megan, who she sees coming to and from work all the time when she's on the train, turns up missing, and hence kicks in the mystery. Okay, and there's all sorts of characters in this. Of course, you have Justin Theroux, who plays Tom, the ex-husband of Rachel, played by Emily Blunt. Okay, who's since moved on and trying to live his life and stuff, but constantly getting reminded of his ex-wife, who's constantly calling, and she's an alcoholic, and he's trying to get on with his life with his new wife and kid, but his ex-wife keeps calling and being manipulative as far as he's concerned. Okay, and then of course you have uh, Edgar Ramirez. He plays a doctor character in this, and you have Laura Prepon, who plays Kathy, a friend of Rachel, who she's crashing with while she's trying to get over her divorce. Now, as far as this movie is concerned, in terms of performances, I'd say the cast did exceptionally well, especially Emily Blunt, who plays this character Rachel, who's very bitter and drunk, and her life is basically falling apart. And I thought Emily Blunt was outstanding in this part. I thought she was just, you know, I always knew I liked Emily Blunt as an actress, but I think she does a killer job in this part. She really, she doesn't play a likable character. Her character's, like I said, is a drunk, and she's constantly, you see her constantly drinking all the time, an alcoholic, and it seems that she's very bitter. She's constantly, trying to call her husband, and just living a miserable existence. Okay, just being a drunk. Okay, and I think Haley Bennett, who plays Megan, the young uh, young wife that goes missing, you get to know her character a little bit. They go into a little bit of her backstory, and that's through the doctor. You see her talking to him in therapy sessions, so you get to know her character, a little bit. She's also a nanny as well. And then Justin Theroux, who plays the ex-husband. Okay, I thought he did a decent job as well. And then you have Luke Evans, who plays Scott, the husband of Megan, who goes missing. Okay, and you get to see his character a little bit. And of course, you get Edgar Ramirez, who plays the doctor, who's counseling Megan. Now, as far as the story is concerned, like I said, I thought the first part of the movie did a good job establishing Rachel's character and what her life is and what her existence is, and how she's going through all this stuff trying to get over this divorce and this alcoholic and the daily manipulations of her life and stuff. I thought they did a good job with that, establishing that, and all the players in her life and stuff. But I think this movie's kind of predictable. Is just my opinion. I mean, the second half of the movie, I think the first part of the movie was good, but I think the second half is totally predictable. I think even seeing the trailer, I kind of can predict what would happen, and I kind of did in terms of certain things happening, which I don't want to spoil. But overall, I think my problem is with the movie is the actors. I think did a good job uh, as the characters, but I think the story was weak, especially the second half of this story. I think the second half of the movie was totally predictable, and just and I think the only thing that saved it for me is the performances from the cast. I thought the cast was incredibly strong, and I thought they just did the best they could with to me was a weak script, especially in the second half of this story. But I think the first part of the movie was really good, and it's really tough to watch, especially Emily Blunt's character Rachel. It's tough to watch her character, what she's going through. I mean, you really feel sympathy for her character, or some people probably even hate her character because she plays a character that's not very likable. And if you see the movie, you know exactly what I mean. But overall, as far as a thriller and stuff is concerned, and a mystery, I think the first part of the movie was good. I think it did a good job establishing all the characters and all that stuff. But I think the second part of the movie, there's a sort of a thing that happens in the second half, which I totally saw coming. Okay, and I'm just gonna say that, so I don't want to spoil it for other people that want to watch it. So I'm gonna have to give, because I could predict it, I think, and because I think the second half is sort of weak and predictable to me, in my opinion, in terms of script. I'm gonna have to give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, I really think this movie could have been an 8 or an 8.5 if the second part of the movie, I think, was done better, or maybe so not be so predictable, in case, in my opinion. Okay, then I think I could have gave this movie an 8 or 8.5, because I think the actors do a good job of what they with some weak material, especially in the second half. But the story to me is just predictable and sort of weak sauce in the second half part of the movie. Okay, so anyway, again, I'm gonna have to give Girl on a Train a 7 out of 10. And like I said, I went to see this movie primarily because of Emily Blunt. I loved Emily Blunt. I think she's just a fantastic actress, and she's great in everything she does. I went to see it because of her mostly. But yeah, like I said, I think the second part of the movie was a letdown, in my opinion. Okay, so anyway, let me know what you think. If you've seen The Girl on a Train, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. And if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.